Long time no see. Guys, I'm so excited to be back. I know you guys have not seen my hair like this pretty much ever, and there's a reason behind everything. So I have worn wigs for a very long time now, and I don't just wear them to look beautiful. I mean, they're fun to wear for that reason, but I really truly was going through a hair growth journey. A lot of you guys were asking me over the past few years, when are we gonna see your natural hair? Can we see a natural hair tutorial? Honestly, I answered everyone in the comments and pretty much said, I'm bald. So this video is how I grew my hair from bald to inches, honey, in literally about a year. So I'm so excited to share with you guys my tips. This is less of like a curly hair journey and more of a just journey in general to getting your hair healthy, long, beautiful, growing fast, and feeling super silky. So if you guys like these hair videos, then give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below. And I'm excited to share with you guys my tips. All right, let's get into the video. So first, let me talk about my big chop and everything like that. I will put a timestamp on the screen for when I start giving tips on how to grow your hair long. But before I even give the tips, I'm gonna tell you guys the journey. But if you guys wanna skip to the tips, then you can. But I would suggest you watch this part because it's kind of important too. So I actually did my big chop in May, I believe in May or March of 2018, and I actually did a pixie cut. And I truly thought that if I got a pixie cut, it would look a little bit like Halle Berry's hair or just some person from Hollywood who had like a gorgeous short haircut. And to be honest, it did not look like that. I do not have the hair texture for a pixie cut, honestly. It was just really frizzy. It would have taken me way too much time to either finger wave it or style it. It was just a mess. So I ended up shaving my head. So I finally told myself a year ago that I'm just gonna let it grow. I'm not gonna cut it. I'm not gonna shave it. And I told myself it is time to get to know your hair and to be able to style it and use the best products that you can. And I've learned a lot of things throughout this year that I think will really help the girls who are struggling with hair growing at all. Like I'm talking like you have not seen a situation change at all in your hair in the past year. And trust me, I was there and I know why. Okay, so the first tip that I have, especially for my curly girls or just any girl that has unmanageable, hard to moisturize and hard to just tame hair. No hair is unmanageable, honestly, but like, you know, it's sometimes hard for us busy chicks who just don't want to do our hair. So the first tip that I have is to have protective styles. Everyone says to have a protective style, so this isn't news to you guys, but I have a little bit of a different idea, if that makes sense. So I really thought for years that having my hair braided up in sew-ins was like the bee's knees. Like it was the situation that was gonna grow out your hair. But I didn't realize that tight braids actually would rip my scalp a little bit, like rip the root of my hair. And if I did it too often, I found that my hair either was falling out or it just wasn't growing nicely because it was just being pulled too tight. So what I would suggest is to alternate between protective styles and your natural hair. Protective styles to your natural hair. So what I mean by this is, let's just say I get a wig installed tomorrow. So I always tell my girl, Tasha, who does my wigs, to braid me as loose as possible so that there is no ripping at the scalp. But then when I take it off, I let my hair breathe for like a week or two. I don't go right back in and get a sew-in or get a wig or get a protective style done again. I let my hair breathe. So I'll come home, I will take off my wig after, you know, a week or so. I will wash my hair, I'll scrub it, I'll deep condition it, and then I'll let it just be for an entire week. And this has really changed the way my hair grew. Back in the day when I would have sew-ins or just any type of protective style and I just went from protective style to protective style to protective style, I saw no hair growth. I saw a little bit of growth, but not the way I've seen it recently where it's grown like 8 inches in like 3 months. My second tip is to not overdo it, but not underdo it with products. And I'm gonna talk to you guys about the products that I use in my hair that I believe saved my hair. I'm not a vitamins chick, okay? I don't believe they work. I'm not one of those girls that does hair growth oils or anything weird like that. Like, I just don't think it works. Like, I think what's important is knowing your hair. A little bit about my scalp. I actually suffer with seborrheic dermatitis on my scalp, and I actually found this out like not too long ago. I always knew I had dry patches, but occasionally they would like really flare up if I was wearing a wig. A lot of people, before I got into of started learning, would suggest to have a protective styling for as long as possible and to just not wash your hair. No, honey, that does not work for everyone. So me, I wash my hair, especially when I'm not wearing wigs, I wash my hair once a week, and that's the legit trick for me. At least once a week or once every 2 weeks. Back to the shampoo I use. I use the Paul Mitchell Tea Tree Special Shampoo. I actually used this years ago and I genuinely really loved it, and I didn't use it realizing that it was so beneficial for me. So what I do is I take this shampoo and I put it on my scalp. What this essentially does for me and how it's helped my hair grow is it prevents me from washing my hair sooner. When you have seborrheic dermatitis or some sort of itchy scalp situation, whether it's dandruff or whatever else it could be, you could feel like you need to wash your hair more. And washing your hair more just strips the natural oils out of your hair. So I will scrub my scalp and let the shampoo kind of just rinse down the rest of my hair. I used to, not anymore, I used to literally scrub my hair with shampoo. Never again. Okay, so conditioner. There are hardly any products that I can say are life changers for me. Like, I love products. I have a lot of products that I enjoy, but no product compares to the way that I feel about this particular conditioner. This is the Dove Intensive Repair Conditioner. I've been using this conditioner for probably 10 plus years now. It has changed the way my hair has grown over the years. There was a point in my life where my hair was just not taking to any conditioner or not taking to any deep conditioner, and I've broken so many combs. I've broken so many brushes. And I literally thought it was me. I'm like, what is going on with my hair? Like, it's so unmanageable. It's so bad. And it wasn't. Like, it was just I wasn't using the right products. Once I discovered this, hi honey, my life changed. I use a very hefty amount and I comb through my hair and it's like butter through the hair. What I also love about this conditioner is it doesn't leave my hair oily. I feel like a lot of deep conditioners, they weigh down my hair. I'm sure a lot of my other mixed girls or black girls can attest to this, that we just don't want our hair to just look like a grease, straight, stiff, mop. I hate that. Like, I hate when somebody puts too much product in my hair, if I used to get it flat ironed somewhere, if I did it myself, and it didn't move, it didn't shake. I want my hair to move. I want it to shake even when it's straight. So what I love about this conditioner is I can even use this as a leave-in and just kind of keep it in my hair and I never feel oily. Never, ever, ever. It actually makes your hair soft, supple, beautiful, and I really do believe it has really helped heal my ends and has just allowed my hair to grow. Seriously, like, this is the best conditioner for that. Your ends are a huge part of the issue. Something that I didn't realize was I would be not using as much heat, or I just was, being more careful with my hair wasn't growing. And I didn't realize that because my ends were frayed, they were just split, that it wasn't allowing my hair to grow because they would just keep splitting and it would never look longer. You need to get continuous haircuts. You need to get haircuts to where you have a pretty even bottom and you let it grow. Every time my ends look split, whether it's from heat or just honestly just pulling it, brushing it, this type of stuff can split your ends. You have to make sure you get routine haircuts. It's going to really help with your hair growth. And don't be afraid to cut your hair. Like, yes, obviously you're gonna hate it short at first, but you're gonna notice it's gonna grow so much faster and it's gonna look so much better at the bottom, because other people, when they don't, cut their hair and they have split ends and their hair might grow, their bottom of their hair eventually when it's long looks gross. So you really have to just keep it nice and trim and let it grow and just keep kind of cutting it if you feel like your ends are getting a little iffy, if you know what I mean. Everybody says, don't use flat irons, don't use blow dryers, keep heat off your hair. And I agree to an extent. We as humans shouldn't have to subject ourselves to one hairstyle or tell ourselves, okay, we can't do something ever. No, you need to limit your heat use. What I've noticed for me is I can still flat iron my hair now and it's been growing like crazy, but the difference is I only flat iron it once every 2 weeks or once every week, and I don't go over the same piece over and over again. I used to pass over my hair so much growing up, but what I learned years ago that has really worked for me is to take your time with each individual strand when you're flat ironing and go over it really slow and then never go over it again. Like, don't pass over it again, don't pass over your ends again, just leave it. And that has really helped with my hair growth, and also it allows me to have straight hair. I do straight hair ponies, I do straight up and half downs, I do straight haired braids. Does that even make sense? No, but I do it. I do straight hair for a lot of things, and I don't find that my hair has like been broken or damaged. And I can always tell when I wash my hair like where it would be damaged because the curls would just fall or look bad, and my curls are curlier than ever and like very much ringlets and healthy. And make sure that you invest in a thermal spray. Now I'm not gonna like toot up a thermal spray's horn and be like, yes, this is going to prevent your hair from ever breaking. It's just not fucking true. It's just not true. Like, you have to keep your heat off of your hair. This will not protect you like 1,000,000%, but it is good to use. So I use this one from OGX, the Silk Blowout Quick Drying Thermal Spray. It works okay. Like, I don't even know if it works because my hair hasn't been broken, but I use it for protection. It maybe is a placebo, who knows, but I think it's great to just make sure that you're protecting it. But the best thing that you could do is completely just keep heat off for a long time. If you're gonna flat iron your hair on Monday, don't touch the flat iron again till the following Monday. And also, a huge tip that I have for my curly girls who want their hair straight, but they also want to wear it curly and they want to keep their length and they want it to grow, is to blow it out before flat ironing it. And I'm sure a lot of people tell people this, but I mean blow it out as straight as possible, because what this will do is this will prevent tugging in the flat ironing process. You won't need to go over it so many times. You won't need to really clamp down really hard because your hair is pretty much straight from the blow dryer. Take your time in your blow drying process. Make sure you're spraying it with thermal spray. Take a round brush, really go over it. The silk press at home, it's just going to keep the hair lasting longer and you won't have to use as much heat. The Sleek and Shine Anti-Frizz Serum with Argan Oil. The best stuff ever. Like, literally the best stuff ever. You guys have to try it if you haven't already. I'm sure a lot of you guys have. Use the tiniest amount, and you're gonna see that your hair still moves after flat ironing it. I do not want to see any more stiff, straight hair. It's a problem. Like, I literally rocked it for so many years, and when I look back at photos, I cringe so hard because it's not a vibe. Like, I want my hair to move like everyone else's. Like, it's not fair. Like, I want my hair to move like my wigs. That's what's important to me. So I think what really helps is knowing that keeping the product off of it is really gonna help, and making sure that you blow dry it before straightening it. And what's really great about the lack of products is when you put too much oil on your hair before straightening it, it actually burns your hair more. So burning it obviously will damage it and then it won't grow. So keep the oils off the hair and only do scalp oil treatments if need be. And, you know, make sure you wash them out. Don't leave them in. So if you guys are struggling with dry, brittle, non-growing hair that is just hard to manage, please use my tips. Tell me how they work. I know it's very minimal. It's not anything that's like groundbreaking, but I promise you guys are gonna see such a difference, and be super patient with your hair. It is going to take time to grow, but I promise you it's gonna take half the time that it was before. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and if you did, like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah.